All right, 16-bit. It's yeah, well, several of these maps are older maps. 16-bit goes back a couple of years, and it's an interesting map. And I'll tell you for why. Because of it's got the pocket expand thing going on, hasn't it? So 16-bit. Oh my, what the heck? Okay, so Icredd is going Terran. Interesting. It's got the pocket expand out the back. Let me zoom out here and I'll show you what I mean. Don't wall off the back. Wall off the front, my friend. Oh, already Icredd's having a mare. So this pocket expo, obviously very vulnerable by air. No slow fields, anything like that around here. So yeah, an interesting map. You've got also a kind of, this base is pretty standard in terms of how easy it is to defend. Admittedly, you've got these destructible rocks, but they don't really come into play much. So what I would personally go for, and Coop has done, is I would expo at the front and I would save this. Arguably I'd save that to be my fourth, because oftentimes it is hard to get your fourth up and hold it, but Coop needs to know that this is happening. He needs to find out, or this is going to be a very short game indeed. The scouting overlord is going to see it, absolutely is going to see it. Let's see the vision range. Normally what you want to do is turn the overlord around when you see this. Turn around. He isn't. And the reason I say that is because if you turn, the sight range on an overlord is way more than a building SCV or a building. So if you turn the overlord around, your opponent doesn't know that you know, and then you can get all up in the meta. You can be like, I know, and not only do I know, but I know that you don't know that I know. And so you can be like all over that. So what's the response going to be from Coop? The pull is getting there. I'd be almost tempted to cancel this, but it's very nearly done. You're going to need to pull workers. As soon as that is finished, make sure you're not going to be supply blocked at any time. Queens need to be in production, and you need to be getting spines. You have to build spines, Cooper. Build the spines. Please build the spines. Build the spines immediately. Why aren't the spines building? Why? What's happening here? There's 500 minerals. Spines. Please build spines. So many spines. You're not going to kill this with just lings popping out two at a time. Now, what do you focus here? Do you focus the worker? Because if the bunker goes up, you're in trouble. I'd have been tempted to bring the lings down and just try and snipe the worker before anything else happens. That's not what he's gone for. But look, now the spines build. But Coop, you knew about this a minute ago. You saw it with the Overlord. You knew about this so long ago. No excuse for not having spines. None at all. Queen needs to come forward and drop a creep tumor, and this one needed to drop it, run back a bit and drop creep tumors. You need there to be creep, because, Zerg, you have to. What are these lings doing? Suicide. No, this is disgusting. I don't know about the step forward when the hatch was about to go down. That was a mistake. You've just lost Marines and health there for no reason. Anyway, no, you're not going to break this with small handfuls of lings at a time. It isn't going to happen. No, more queens in production, please. And you need creep so that you can bring these spines forward. With no creep, you're going to die here. So luckily, I don't know actually. I was about to say luckily it covers the ramp, but it doesn't even. Trying to lure this stuff forward into the range of the spines isn't a crazy idea. It's not a bad idea at all. The queen can sit there pretty safely and shoot this stuff, but you need to kill the worker. Is there enough? There isn't, and the worker's going to finish. You haven't killed it. This is beginning to look unpleasant. Don't move them all at once, though. One at a time, Coop, one at a time. No, lings, what are you doing? Looks like this crawler is actually in range and is going to be taken a bit far. I don't know, man. He is hopefully going to get the bunker, but the bunker should never have finished, should it? The SCV not repairing though, and that's a mistake. Are there lings being built? You need to pull these workers as well. There needs to be more in production. There needs to be a lot of things that just aren't happening here, Coop. This is beginning to look a bit painful. This is enough lings to kill these Marines, but you don't want to fight a bunker. So you know, park them. Don't worry too much about it. Get your creep spread in. You have got another hatch here. It isn't building a queen. You've got the money for a queen, so you know, constant queen production, constant, and more crawlers, please, because crawlers outrange this stuff. So you know, Coop can still hold. What's it like over in Terran land? Guff is what it's like. You know, there isn't natural up. There's no tech whatsoever. You know, so if Coop holds this, all is not lost. He may feel like he's taken a lot of damage, but actually, you know, the amount this has cost has been pretty substantial. I don't really know why these barracks are still here building. It seems unlikely that... No, you don't have enough. No, just no. Well, you need roaches so that you can build the Ravagers, and once you've got Ravagers, then you can just corrosive barrel these down, and it's GG. If the Terran comes up here, it'll give sight, so you need to pull the queen back, pull the queen back, pull the queen back, please, pull it back. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Crawlers. Spine crawler, GG. I don't know. I wouldn't like to say who's ahead. There are finally some roaches coming down. If I'm in the Terran's position, I don't know why these racks are still here. I'm flying those home. I'm building tech labs. I'm building factories. I'm building starports, because your Zerg opponent has all the problems and you have none. But if you just keep hammering this, it isn't going to win. You know, it's going to... This is a great contain. Yeah, get the salvage on that if you repair it. You need to repair it though. SCV not repairing. Ooh, did get the salvage. You lucky boy. Maybe it was repairing. Didn't look like it was though. Yeah, he should be able to. Should be able to catch these on the way home. Has he got enough? Maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, Coop. I'd be thinking about the next moves, and personally, I'd be thinking about mutas. That's what I'd be thinking of. That would just be my personal choice, because look at this map. Look at how easy it is to fly in and wreck stuff here. You know, there's dead space around the back of this that can jump straight across into here, or if they've expanded this way, the dead space around the back of here jumps straight to here. It's all good. There's too many ways out for flying units, so it's really hard for flying units to get trapped on this map. But I think Coop is probably in a state of... It's always tricky, isn't it? When you've just held something like that, you're kind of in a slight state of confusion and panic, because the game has not gone according to your plan whatsoever. But, you know, his economy isn't bad. Let's take a peek at the numbers. He's got a better economy than the Terran, and I'm assuming they're on mules. Well, there's one just being dropped now. You know, so that you're not in terrible shape here. So there's a few ways you could play it. Once this third hatchery comes up, you could be building overlords right now, and when the third hatch comes up, you do already have a lair, get roach speed, and then just go for a push with about 30 to 40 roaches, and just aim to end it there and then, knowing that your current opponent is going to be behind in tech because of what they were up to. You know, if a bunch of roaches turn up here now, there isn't really much that can see it off. What is going to come out of these? Oh, is this going to be battle cruisers? Where's the... Oh, maybe not. I don't see a fusion core, so maybe it's going to be Cloak Banshee with the double tech labs. You can, you know, be cranking out Banshees two at a time. So, oh no, it is going to be BCs, but it's a pretty lit fusion core for that. So these are actually just going to sit idle now while Icredd waits for the fusion core to finish up. So bit of a mistake there. You know, it's already 9 minutes in. Nobody's surprised by a BC turning up at 9 minutes. I'm kind of surprised though that Coop isn't going to just check here, for example. Okay, the Overlord is going to fly in and have a look. This siege tank on the high ground is going to make those lings essentially useless. So what I'd really like to see is, you know, drop lords just ferry some lings in the back here, and as soon as the lings land and the stuff from here goes to defend it, you send the roaches up the front door, and that could be a very effective move to play here. But as I've already said, I think I'd probably prefer mutas to any of that. Coop looking like he wants to get something done. I just don't know that it's quite enough on the grounds that half of it's ling. If this was all roach, then yeah, you're definitely going to need some Ravagers in this mix as well to boil down the tank. But the Lings can't. Oh, the friendly fire on the Marines though, you'll take that all day long. So he is going to push up here, and the Lings are going to prevent. Oh, I don't know. I think I'd have continued. Did the Widowmine fire? No, weird. I think I'd have continued because once the Lings were up, they could have surrounded this tank and also given the Roaches sight, and there was enough Roaches there, I think, to one-shot the tank. So I think I'd have continued. Once the BCs pop out, that'd be the end of it though. There's no anti-air at home, only Queens. There are, however, 2, 4, 6, 7 Queens. 7 Queens is enough, even with 2 BCs, to push them back, with transfuses and such. Where are they? Here. So Coop surely sees this, but there is no static D, so he does need to pull all the Queens. He needs to pull these ones back and get some transfuses off. The Hydras aren't shooting. Come on, Hydras. Literally, this is what you're born for. Unfortunately, the Hydras are on a rally or something, and they're doing a bit of running about. I don't know, trying to find their way to some rally point that they're never going to find. So that is a bit of a shame. BC is not getting critical damage done just yet. Are there more Queens in production? There aren't. And look, there's where are the spores? Why aren't we building spores? As a general rule, as soon as you see something on its way, as soon as it turns up, it's still not too late to like throw a spore down, throw a spine down. Just do it there and then. Like, look how long this fight goes on for. If you built the spore when I first mentioned it, it'd be what, 80% done by now. If nothing else, as it's building, it's going to soak up fire because your opponent has to choose: do I let that finish or do I try and kill it? So that's fire that isn't going into your workers. That's fire that isn't going into your Hydras, your Queens, etc. Idle larva breaks my heart. Breaks my heart, man. Idle larva breaking my heart. Idle larva breaking my heart. You know what I mean? It pains me. It literally physical pain. Physical pain. Look, there's 7 larvae on this map doing nothing. There's money in the bank and there's larvae doing nothing. He's actually supplying food. Okay, so is he going to go and have another shunt? What he has successfully achieved is he shut that third down good. Mule repair. I don't know that you needed 4 mules, but anyway, so these guys are going to come back in where there are still no spores in sight. I'm beginning to find this lack of static D, almost unforgivable. You need some splits here. Ravagers are your friend. Coop, get your Ravagers morphed so that if the BC's trying to skip this way, you can put corrosives on them. Meanwhile, the Hydras could get a block here. Has he got enough for transfuse? Matto doing business here. These BCs are doing work, man. 21 kills on that one, 14 kills, 8 kills. They are doing work. They do not want to be standing fighting Hydras though, but they should have tactical jump ready. So this one at the back, he's going to need to jump out. Oh, surely he's not going to lose it, is he? That is careless, man. You could argue that he's already had reasonable value from it. Kupermeister is now bleeding so many workers, it's slightly painful. But you shouldn't be losing BCs. Tactical jump does get the last 2 out, and they've gone home to be repaired. 2 sneaky BCs down here, but look, still not a spore in sight. Not one. Why wouldn't you build spores? I don't understand. You're getting attacked by flying stuff. You have the technology at your disposal to defend it. Spore crawlers. Spore crawlers are really good at shooting flying stuff. In fact, it's the only thing they do is shoot flying stuff. Literally, that's all they do. They shoot flying stuff. So, why don't we have 3 here? Why not? I don't understand. BCs are back. Did these 2 jump in or walk in? I think they jumped, did they? They're not the 2 from over there. Oh, they're the 2 from up on the left corner of Coop's base. So that was a weird place to jump to. I think I'd have walked them around. Anyway, corrosive balls. You need to string the corrosive balls out in lines or in little circles to kind of trap what you're trying to do with the balls is not so much kill the BCs as prevent them running from the Hydras. So like a little U-shaped ring of corrosive balls, and the BCs either have to stay where they are and take shots from the Hydras or walk into the corrosive balls. But There just aren't enough Hydras here. He just doesn't have the income. I think he's just lost too many workers, maybe. There are more Hydras building. There's no Queens in production, which I find a little bit weird, because they do such a good job, the Queens. There are a couple here up on the high ground are going to have a go. One of these BCs now very, very weak indeed. So how's the target firing? I think he's going to get that one. Oh, you need a transfuse on this. You need a transfuse on this. You cannot. Oh, that hurts. So these 4 Hydras that are coming out are going to be the last 4. That's GG. Yeah, okay. The army supplies were pretty skewed, but scarily, Icredd goes 3-0 up. This is beginning to look ominous.